Test, test, test. Oh. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. I'm still modding for Looney, chat. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. I'm still modding for Looney right now. He- Oh, darn. I don't think it's happening yet. Am I good? I am. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Is it? Am I good, chat? Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Damn, I tried. Hi, Looney. Good stream. Okay. I tried so hard, chat. I was trying to get Looney to raid me. Okay, we are going to get started. Everyone live on my hardcore world. It was worth a shot. Send. Okay. So, we have a plan for today's stream, which is... Have I been recording the hardcore? I don't actually remember. Islands. Yes, I have. I honestly don't even know what my own plans are for this world, but here we are, chat. We were getting andesite. Foxwaffle, welcome to the stream. We were getting andesite, attempting to not lose my train of thought, apparently. Terraform with. So we are getting a bunch of andesite. We probably don't need too much, but we're also going to need normal cobblestone because we did a lot of our terraforming with stone, and we got to change it up a little bit, you know what I mean, chat? Maybe I can promote my stream to... You know what? I'm not going to annoy Looney. It's fine. I tried to convince Looney to raid me today. It didn't work out. But maybe next time. Okay. What do we have for blocks? We probably need a decent amount more. We have some extra tools in our inventory as well, so we should be good to just have at it for a while. I don't know what exactly I'm going for with this terraforming. I think I'm just gonna be focused on roughing it up, because a lot of our terraforming so far in this world is just extra... It's just... What am I talking about? It's just flat stone. So we're gonna see if we can make it interesting beyond that. We might as well get started now just to get a general idea of what we're doing, and then we can go back down when we have an idea of how much we're going to need. So let's head back up. Is my music quiet? It feels quiet. Chat, I have a noise gate on today. Can you tell? Does my mic sound normal? Chat, I have a noise gate on today. Why is my mic so bass boosted? I don't know why my mic is so bass boosted. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Is my mic always this boosted, chat? Is there any filters I can... A compressor? Test, test, test. Test, test, test. A compressor? Test, test, test. Test, test, test. How does it sound without it? Test, test, test. A compressor? Test, test, test. Test, oh. Test, test. Sound without it. Test, test, test. Oh. It sounds fine. Maybe I'm just being too loud. I'll talk normally, chat. Let's head over to... Let's sleep first. Looney's still in the VC. Was I supposed to stay? Let me double check his stream, because he did say he was ending stream. But maybe I left too soon? No, he did end stream. Okay. Alright, let's head over to the base. Where'd everyone go? Chat's empty already. No. Chat, you guys are gonna hate me. On my old channel, everyone hated Nightbot. But I may or may not have brought in Nightbot on this channel. I'm not gonna die of compression if I go in here, right? How do I get out of here? Huh? We have so many chickens. Oh my gosh, it's so loud too. This world is actually looking really pretty. I like it in here. Look at these cliffs we terraformed, chat. You're still here? I appreciate that, Foxwaffle. Test, test, test. How's my mic? Assuming as no one has made fun of my mic, I'm gonna guess it's okay. I actually kind of like the terraforming we've done here. But we're definitely gonna need more blocks than what we have right now. Maybe I should get some diamonds, get another diamond pick. I need to find a place for my definitive forest. Because putting the forest in the middle of there probably isn't going to be a good long-term solution. Okay. So let's try this. Let's start on this level. So, I was thinking it makes sense for the darker stones to be under the stone. So, like cobblestone, because it's, it gives off a little bit of a darker tone from a distance than normal stone. And we'll put it under the edges, to make it look kind of like a shadow. That's what I am going for. I'm looking for my frame block so I can get up there. So I put this in my offhand. And ow. And we do something like this. And we don't want it to be just neat, so we're gonna rough it up a little bit. I really hope this looks decent from afar. That cobblestone up there is stuck. There we go. Okay, last little bit on this side, and then we'll just check how it looks for now, instead of doing more, because I don't want to keep going unless I'm sure that this is going to look good, because less to reverse if it doesn't. Before we move on, I want to do andesite under it. Like so. What do we think so far, chat? I'm thinking maybe a little too basic. Down here I can add some vegetation. Maybe if we can find... I guess technically I'm not allowed to loot an azalea cave because we're going biome by biome in this series. But also, I feel like cave biomes shouldn't count. Because we're not going to find an island that's a cave biome, you know what I mean, chat? Alright, let's go check out how that looks. I have a feeling it's gonna look pretty okay. Yeah, I think for the start that's good. I think maybe we'll add cobblestone to the edge as well. Excuse me. I think adding cobblestone along this trim, like sprinkling it about, will be good for it. Wilson! He finally decided to join me. So I've been working on the mod off-cam a little bit, chat, and it's going pretty well. The forging update that I'm doing for my mod. I spent this morning overriding the vanilla recipes because I had to get rid of the recipe of all iron and gold and diamond tools and weapons and armor. So that was an interesting endeavor. Oh my gosh, Wilson. Nearly killed me. Ah! Okay, I kind of clutched, but not really, because I didn't know there was water there. Looks like today's an off day. I mean, 56 views, that's pretty good. Oh my gosh, I stink at this video game. I stink so bad, chat. It's so bad. Okay. Let's get down to there. And let's put one cobblestone here. Let's go grab that one over here. Wilson, don't drown, dude. I'm really excited for what this world has in store. I think it's a good idea for me to continue streaming this. Yo, Totally Human, welcome to the stream. I think it's a good idea for me to continue streaming this world after I moderate for Looney every time. Because watching Looney's world and seeing how long it lasts and how many stories he has on that world, it's like, it makes me want to have the same thing on a hardcore world. And I haven't had a hardcore world that wild, and not as wild as Looney's, but pretty good, in a very long time. I had a 2,000 days world that I ended intentionally out of boredom. Killed myself with an ender pearl. Like, I was like, I want this world to end, so if I'm gonna risk it, I got rid of all my gear and started from scratch in a trial chamber. And I survived that too. It's like the world just doesn't want to end. So after I was done defeating the trial chamber on day 2000, I ended it with an ender pearl. And ever since then, I haven't had a long-term hardcore world because I just can't get one to stick. And I don't know why. But I think this layer looks good. Now we have to go down to this layer and do the same thing. At least we don't have to risk dying this time because it's all relatively level. What is Wilson's hitbox? That explains why I can't place blocks randomly sometimes. It's because Wilson's standing and blocking my pickaxe. There Then let's put some stone here. I feel like we're doing way too much terraforming for being so early on in this world. Like, I feel like I could just be building my house right now. But I just don't want to build a house on an ugly island, you know what I mean, chat? Oops. How does that look? Pretty good, pretty decent. Like that. Good. I was thinking maybe we'll add some stairs so there's like cracks in the wall. That's an option. Maybe not enough andesite. I don't know. I think this down here looks pretty okay. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing because I'm gonna randomly die someday just by not paying attention. How do we think this looks, chat? We're sprinkling around our cobblestone and andesite to make this terraforming feel alive. I should probably sleep. What are you two doing here? This looks good? Alright. That's good to hear. Hard part. We have a cliff over here that also needs to be worked on. And also the other side of the cliff. The cliff extends to this side right here. Honestly, feels like a project for another day. What I wanted to do today, chat, was specifically plan out some of the things we're going to do on this world for now. Like, I want to work on maybe where do the paths go. Maybe we can work on making the paths look nice, but I wanted to use mud for that. So maybe we'll make some temporary paths, and then we'll do packed mud later. At a later point in time. Maybe I should build a mud hut. Okay, honestly, I'm kind of demotivated for some reason today, chat. I'll try to stream for at least half an hour. I don't know why I'm not feeling it today, chat. Here's what we would have to do next. We would have to destroy all these trees and collect the saplings to make sure we can repopulate. All of these trees came from one tree, by the way, chat. We only had one tree on this island when we got here. But then, the next big part of this project, over here, chat, is to terraform the front of the village. I still don't have Essential on. I was gonna draw what I want this part to look like. But look at this. This is just so ugly. The way this is laid out. I want these to be like clean cliffs. You could build a farm for food like bread. I could. But it's just like, I feel like I don't want to build anything until the terraforming is complete. We can start destroying things. Like that up there, that can go completely. But it's like, we have so many ugly cliffs. I just want to shape out how this village should look. Like, look at this mess right here. The Block, welcome to the stream. Almost all the texturing is done for my Forge update. I think we decided in the last modding stream, I'm going to do 2 different videos of this update. The first one is going to be the core features of the update, and then the second video is going to be making like 20 new enchants for the update that you can only get from forging weapons. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited about that. I think a video where I just make a ton of new enchants is going to go super cool. And that's going to be a good opportunity for viewer suggestion as well. Because I feel like viewers interacting to help me come up with new enchant ideas would be pretty cool. And we have to make 20 of them. And 20 is a low estimate, because only making 2 enchants for every item seems a little... not enough. Little... yeah, blah, blah, blah. Feels like it's not enough, you know what I mean, chat? We're half doing this to get more dirt, but we're also doing this to terraform a little bit, chat. We want all the area around the village to feel coherent and intentional. Actually, that's not the word I'm looking for. We don't want it to look intentional, because that implies that it's gonna look man-made. We don't want it to look man-made. We want it to look like this island was just pretty from the jump. Even though it very much was not. This island had, like, the worst shattered terrain of all time. I was like, I am not building on this without some upgrades, dude. That feels like something I could do an update on. How would I make a terraforming update? Chat, you guys have any ideas of items that would help in terraforming? I mean, one would be, like, an item you use to randomly place blocks in your hotbar. So that would be pretty cool. That's number 1. I think Cork Mod uses a trowel for that, but we already have a trowel for different uses in this mod. So I don't think we can do trowel. Unless we just gave it a multi-purpose. Do you think trowel should be the item you use to right-click place your hotbar, chat? I was also thinking an item you could use to replace blocks and place at the same time. So, like, maybe it would be like a pickaxe and a trowel combination. That when you right-click with it, it will automatically break and place the block. And the different tiers will determine what types of blocks you can actually break with it. Because I feel like the caveat would be you don't collect the blocks it breaks. I think that would be fair. So that if you're insta-breaking a ton of stone to terraform it, you wouldn't be able to collect all that stone. You know what I mean, chat? I'm going to write this down. Welcome to the stream, Catmaster. How's everyone today? I'm great, thank you for asking. I was pretty demotivated at the beginning of the stream. I wasn't sure how long I was going to stream for. But I think this project gives me something to think about. Terraforming, update, random place trowel feature, and new tool that replaces blocks. You can do the thing where you throw a snowball and it fills holes in the terrain. I feel like other mods have already done that better than I could. And also, that doesn't feel very Minecrafty to me. Like, I want it to feel like the player's doing the construction. And when it kind of just auto-fills it with a snowball or projectile, I feel like it feels less like the player is involved in the process. You know what I mean? I don't know if that made sense. The flat terrain here definitely isn't the best way to go if I want this to look natural, but we're going to start with this and just work on making the terraforming, or the terrain around the village, help it look nicer. You should make combination table. It will combine two tools and make a new one with combined features. I actually had an idea for some of the forge enchantments. One of the forge enchantments I wanted to add for the sword would have been called either Blunt or Mordschlag. I haven't chosen. But Mordschlag with a sword is basically when you hold it by the blade and hit things with the hilt. Or the crossbar. And I was thinking, like, that looks an awful lot like a pickaxe if you hold a sword upside down. So, what if I just added an enchant that allows you to break what you normally break with a pickaxe, but with a sword, so your sword becomes a multi-tool. Like, that would be pretty cool. You can add dirt and grass slabs and stairs. I mean, that would be good for terraforming, that is true. I don't know when I'm going to do this update, because it seems it's the general consensus that people really want me to move on to the Nether. People really want me to move on to the Nether, so I don't know how long I'm going to stay on the overworld, and I would consider a terraforming update an overworld project. Okay, so we flattened that out. That's our first order of business. What can we do over here? How does this look? I think we can get rid of this entire overhang. Like, I don't want to have a house underground. But what I'm thinking is that we can carve this out so that it's shaped like a U. So we have a nice U-shaped cliff going on. I think this... We wanted to build a watchtower up here, I think, was... Are you going to make nether plants? Probably. I don't actually know. Besides new tool progression and ores... I don't know what's going to be involved in my nether update. Maybe more structures. I haven't done a single structure update yet, chat. So that could be something I do. I think... Honestly, I want this to be higher if I'm going to do a watchtower. So maybe this will be a mountain that we extend upwards. But that doesn't feel like a now project. Just this entire village's terrain just isn't nice. If you do anything with cats, you better put me in there because of my name. Potentially. That's a good idea. If you stick around until I eventually do a cat update, that would be pretty nice. I would like to add different breeds of dogs and cats at some point, because that feels like... I mean, they already have... I mean, like, not different breeds. What's the word I'm looking for? Different species. So, like, I'll have dogs, I'll have hounds, I'll have coyotes, stuff like that, and then I'll have cats, I'll have tigers, I'll have, jaguars, something like that. A smoothing tool like a world edit brush. I would just have to find a way to make it feel like vanilla, because world edit definitely doesn't feel like vanilla. But I don't hate the idea. I think that could work. No, like, I want a whole different species of cats and dogs and stuff like that. Like, I think that would be dope. This mod is slowly becoming the mods I was trying to avoid, though. Like, I wanted this mod to be the ultimate Vanilla Plus mod. And if I go adding, like, a ton of different real-life animals and stuff like that, I would just slowly start becoming the mods that I aimed to avoid becoming. Okay. Look at this, chat. This overhang right here, we're just gonna cut it completely off. So I guess I can mine this out here. Let's go grab stone. It's probably good to have stone on me while I terraform in case I make any mistakes. I can fix it. Vanilla Perfected is what this is like. Is that a mod pack or a mod? Back in the day, whenever I start a new survival world and I wanted mods in it, my go-to was always have Cork mod, Create mod, and Tinker's Construct. Those were always the ones I chose because Create Mod is not a Vanilla Plus mod, but I really like Create Mod. But for Vanilla Plus, like being able to forge weapons with modifiers, that's basically what this new update is that I'm working on. You can add your trees for your mod. You can add your trees for your mod. I don't know what you're trying to say. I actually have a plan for a second lumber update with 3 new tree types. Lumber update 2 consists of mango trees, golden apple trees, and oasis trees, which would be purple. I want to add a purple tree type called oasis. And then mango trees, because I just love mangoes. And I want a golden wood type. Imagine a bright gold wood. That's kind of like the color scheme of resin bricks. Is this track in my stream playlist? No, it's not. Shoot, I don't want to get copyrighted. Why is it on Fancy Shuffle? Please tell me this isn't copyrighted. It started playing music that wasn't on the playlist. If I get copyrighted, it's Spotify's fault. Builder's Boots allows you to shift to avoid gravity to make building and terraforming easier. I'm thinking Builder's Boots where you run along the ground and it replaces the block with what you're holding. It's silent for you? What's silent for you? Maybe it was between songs. I definitely need better tools if I'm gonna be doing this so much. I should have went for diamonds early. But you know how I like my reasonable progression, chat. I don't know if any of you were around at the beginning of the stream, but I tried to get Looney to raid me. I usually moderate Looney for the early shift, and then I leave before the stream is over, but I stayed for the whole stream today, and I tried to convince him to raid me, but he didn't want to. I mean, he prefers raiding his friends, which is fair. What about, like, an apple tree from Eve and Adam's story? Maybe make it gold, though. I'm just gonna add golden apple trees that only have oak wood, but the leaves are gold. You're not going to be able to rebuild them, but they're going to spawn, like, rarely in certain biomes, I think. Maybe when I add the Oasis biome for my Oasis trees, that's where it'll spawn. Sathvik, welcome back. Sathvik is becoming a regular, too. I love the expansion of our group here. This is great. We're currently getting rid of this cliff that's covering a house. And I want to come up with the shape of what I want this cliff area to look like in our village. Because the village has, like, the worst terrain of all time. And if I'm going to continue building here, I need it to be more accessible. Craziness Awakens released soundtrack on YouTube for one of the bosses. That's sick. Wait, custom soundtrack? Should reasonable progression add custom music, chat? Maybe I'll do music discs someday. Other than that, I don't think I'm adding any crazy soundtracks. I don't even know if... Should I do a boss update? I mean, honestly... I think the Ender Dragon is a good final boss of the game, even though people usually fight it before the Wither. I think the dragon is a good end... boss in concept. It's just way too easy as an end boss. So maybe instead of doing a update for bosses, I do an update where I just make the dragon more difficult. Should I do a Ender Dragon update, chat, where I make the dragon fight more difficult? Ow. Good thing DanHub wasn't here to laugh at me. Are you gonna make a boss? I had an idea. What if you have a Reaper Scarecrow boss because of the plant updates? A Reaper boss would be cool. It's just also been done before. Bro, will you stream at 9 p.m. today? I don't know what time zone you're in, so I can't tell you. Unless you are talking about my time zone. I don't know if I'm gonna stream late tonight. There's a chance. Because Thursday is usually the day I get home earlier from work. So if I get home early enough and I get food in my stomach and I'm feeling motivated, then maybe I'll stream again later. Maybe this mob will spawn with a chance if you kill the Scarecrow Golem. Who would want to kill a Scarecrow Golem? Your time? Yeah, I'm not sure, Sathvik, but I might. If I was gonna stream twice any given day, Thursday would be the best day for me to do that. I have to figure out my new stream schedule. I go back to school next week, chat. I might just... I don't want to, but I might have to take a week off from streaming just so I can get used to the schedule, or just move all my streams. Okay, my school schedule is that I'm only in person Tuesday and Thursday. So, that means Tuesday and Thursday I might end up having to stream either earlier or late at night. But I still intend on making this daily if I can pull it off. I have 2 days. Yikes. Okay, it looks like we can chop some off of this as well. Maybe, I think, let's go cut down some trees, let's get some oak frames, and then we can use the frames to outline the shape of where we want this cliff to be. Aren't you like 20? I'm in college, dude. Unfortunately. I have holiday tomorrow? Oh, that's right. Assuming you're in the US, my sister's also off tomorrow because of long Labor Day weekend. Oh, because of heavy rain? Never mind. You and my sister are off school tomorrow for 2 different reasons. Okay, is this gonna be enough frames? What do we have for saplings so I can replant this before I run away? Where was the center of this tree? I don't know. I don't think I've ever missed school because of heavy rain. Like, we get some good rainstorms in New England, but, I feel like it's only ever happened when I already wasn't in school. We just had a hurricane pass by, but it was very underwhelming, because, Florida got the brunt of it, and then it died down by the time it got here. And now the game is frozen, because it's saving, and it's cringe. My new video officially lost traction at 400 views. It was kind of sad. Because I had ChatGPT running analyses based on the statistics of my video, and it was like, this video has the potential to get 5,000 views, and then it stops at 400, and you're like, aw. But it did better than my last 3 videos in terms of views, so I'm pretty happy with that. Bye, Shitty, have a nice day. Bye, Block. Bye, Block. OMG, I had another idea. What about, like, a fishing update with rare fish you can find? Who's gonna tell Cat we already did that, chat? Who's gonna tell him? Bear. Attack helicopter, I don't freaking know. Who's gonna tell him? When I say M, chat, as in, like, no H, I mean them. I just talk fast. Yeah, Cat, let me show you real quick. Let me move my game this way. Here, this is the creative inventory of my, mod. We have salmon trophy, a buoy, deep sea lantern that helps you catch deep sea fish while you're fishing. And then for fish, we have guppies, we have flying fish, we have sea urchins, and we have silkworms you can use as bait. So yeah, we have done a fishing update on this mod, and it's pretty good. I like the fishing update. Bro, I have to sleep now. Will you stream at 9 p.m. today? And I'm telling your time. I honestly don't know. I'm sorry that I can't preemptively prepare you for my stream. I'll try my best, Sathvik. How about that? I'll give you my word that I will try to stream. Unfortunately, that's the best I can do. Okay, so I think it's gonna start here. Add rare fish. Honestly, the sea urchin is very rare. Like, I have not found the sea urchin in my mod a single time. Okay, so up here we're going to shape what we want the why am I losing my train of thought? Shape how we want the cliff to be. So let's use these as an outline. Oh, this is a lot of mining. And it has to go back all the way to here. Okay, bye. I have to sleep now. Bye. There we go. Something like that. This house is going to be right on the cliff. Still thinking about my ideas. I'm open to any suggestions, chat. I have a lot of updates planned on this mod, though, so I can't promise they come to fruition as fast as you'd like. If you need a list of animals, I'm a marine biology nerd. Alright, sounds good, homie. Right now, we're just creating an outline overhead of how the cliff is going to be shaped. So just about there is good. So, the hard part, chat. Let's get the ground level over here. We have to dig straight down to just about level 68 at every spot inside this outline. I don't think we're going to do it that way, though. I think we're going to go with mining on the inside. So let's start up here. This is gonna take so long, chat. There's no way this gets done today. We're just trying to clean up this mess of a cliff right here. I kind of don't like that side. We'll figure it out. There's always more to do. Am I committed to this? Trying to decide if this is the best course of action. I say we do it, because the less we have anyway, the easier it'll be to terraform it in the future. Because then we can just add blocks instead of having to mine them away again. What's the subtotal right now? 851. Yes, still 851. This pickaxe is gonna break soon. We should probably go grab another one before it does. Alright, let's do that. I'm really worried that this isn't gonna look good. We got this, chat. I really want to get to 1,000 soon. We're about 1/4 of the way to the watch hours I need to monetize this channel. So that's pretty exciting. Oh, let's keep some stone on us. Some dirt. And then let's make some pickaxes. 1, 2, 3. That's why I'm streaming every day, chat. I'm trying my best to get us to YouTube partner. YouTube just came out with the hype feature for YouTube partners with, I think it's 500 to 500,000 subscribers, where you can hype a video, and then the videos with the most hype will end up on a leaderboard. 1,000 is only where I begin to make money if I have 4,000 hours of watch time, and I do not have that. I have about 1,000. But I have some videos planned that will hopefully help me get there. Ow. So many bots in my Twitch. I wanna... Is there a way to see how many people I have banned? I don't know how to do that. I want to see how many people I've banned on my channel, because it's got to be so many bots. What hit you when the tool broke? In my mod, you take damage if you punch hard blocks. Like this. You're not allowed to punch hard blocks in my mod, which prevents you from mining trees with your hand. So yeah. That's why I took damage when the pickaxe broke. I gotta get some Twitch mods. Or, I wonder if there's any bots that can detect other bots and ban them, right when they chat. That would be nice. Or maybe I should, like, ban... I don't know if I can do filtered phrases, but a lot of the bots enter chat with the same phrases every time, so if I ban those phrases, then they won't be able to. Okay. Shape out the section we have right here. Okay. Why am I taking on such an unnecessarily big project out of nowhere? Like, this is not what I was planning on doing today, but I just have to, chat. I just have to. We're going to make this area look good, chat, I promise. The more we dig away, the easier it'll be to terraform it in the future, so we might as well just get rid of it all. We have a lot of plans for this world. Maybe next stream I can focus on getting diamond gear. I honestly was gonna wait to do that until I get the forge, though. But maybe I should stock up on diamond gear before the forge update comes out, because it's easier to make now. Make a use for ocelots? That's kind of true. Ocelots are useless now, huh? And bats. I've actually seen a modding YouTuber do a bat update recently. I don't remember who it was. It might have been Jay's. This is such a huge project. I want to look at how many, I've mined 3,000 stone already in this world. Bats could protect crops from bugs. That's an interesting take. I don't know about adding bugs in Minecraft, though. I mean, technically I have worms, but it's an item, not a, entity. So I don't know. It would be nice if we had silkworms on this island, or at least silk trees, so we could use silkworms for our fishing industry. Was this completely necessary for me to take on now? I was on a server and I mined over 14 deep slate emerald. That's probably around record. Probably. I wonder what the record is of finding deep slate emerald ore in one world. That would be an interesting challenge. I'm excited to make a video on this world. I'm not making... Every episode of this world is only going to come out when I, Every episode of this world is only going to come out, when I've completed an island. So, it's going to take a very long time for me to make the first episode on this. Oh, am I doing too much? A little bit. But that means it's going to be a very long movie video, which is pretty exciting. I'm sorry that the stream is kind of boring, chat. I wish I had the... I just realized. Chat, we can make TNT. Oh, we don't have sand. Is there anywhere we can get sand? There's sand there, but we can get sand deposits in the water. We could hypothetically do this with TNT, because we can make TNT from sawdust. Chat, should we go TNT farming? You should make an enchanting table for... I don't know what that's supposed to say. Oh, unbreaking or efficiency pickaxes? Probably. We're getting a lot of blocks for this, though, so our building terraforming isn't gonna be too tough. Okay, we have 9 sawdust right here. And we have... That's it. Okay. Chat, we're gonna make a ton of sawdust, and we're going to make a ton of TNT. This is how I terraformed on my, this is how I dug out a whole cave on my, other hardcore world. By farming sawdust. Except, back then, sawdust spawned a lot more frequently. Make a creeper farm. I'd consider it. I feel like it's too early in this world for a creeper farm right now. And the section that we're trying to terraform with TNT isn't that big, so I don't think we need enough TNT to justify a creeper farm. But we'll definitely have one in this world eventually. I really want this world to be a long-term world, so that's the goal. We're mainly just doing this for fun. By the time I get the TNT that I need from the sawdust, we probably would have finished mining it by hand. But we're doing this anyway because it's fun. So, I believe sawdust is a 1 in 3 chance to drop from wood, and we need 5 to make a TNT, which means we need 15 logs per TNT. If I think I'm going to need about 32, that means I'll need 480 logs divided by 64. That's about 7 stacks. Welp. 7 stacks of logs. Let's get to work, chat. I don't think... Mining trees isn't much less boring than mining the stone that we were doing earlier. Be careful that when the TNT is exploding, you don't die. Yes, that is very important. That actually happened to me once. I was blowing up stuff on a hardcore world, and then my game froze, and I blew up. Next tree over here. I made this forest way too dense. Our axe is gonna break. I feel like going for the TNT approach is probably not gonna be worth it. But it's fine. Okay, now we're gonna go in here and spam click this. We got 29 sawdust. One time I mined 3 shulkers worth of spruce for my friend. My friend mixed up spruce and dark oak, so I spent like 40 minutes of my life that I will never get back. Yikes. That's rough, dude. Alright, let's go get some sand. I think I'm gonna bring a slab with me. Just to break it a little faster if we can. Do I have a boat? Boat. Okay. I see a sand deposit right here, but I feel like I don't want to mine the sand close to the base because it'll make the base look ugly. I see another sand deposit out there. He wanted dark oak, not spruce. Yikes. That's definitely rough. Bruh. Okay, this already isn't going well. If only we had a beach on the island. What are you doing? Welcome to the stream, Choff. We're currently getting sand, so we can make TNT for terraforming. In my mod, you can create gunpowder from sawdust that you get from a lumber mill. So in order to blow up some terraforming, first we collected sawdust, and now we're collecting the sand. And we live on an island, so underwater sand is my only option. Oh my gosh, there's so many drowned. I turned up the drowned in this world because it's island survival. I wanted to make the ocean risky. But it's like, this is just a little bit excessive. Do drowns have the reinforcement feature that zombies do? Also, why is there a chicken in the middle of here? Bro. Yes, question. What is your question, Catmaster? $40 sand. Bro, these drowns! They're so obnoxious. Get out of here. Why is there so many? What is this? Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. You having your drones turned up is actually really good because that means you have a higher chance of getting a trident. Oh, you meant drowns. Yeah. I guess technically that is a benefit. Higher chance of getting a trident. But it's gonna be a while until I can get the loyalty enchantment. I want to add more weapons like the trident to the game. Like, we should have a spear that's like a early game version of the trident. It basically functions the exact same, but no loyalty advancement. Also, I added a 3-section staff to my superhero mod back in the day. That would be pretty cool. I don't know how it would work in a vanilla plus setting. No, I'm pretty sure it's just because I turned up the spawns. Alright, chat. Now check this out. We have charcoal in here. We put, let's separate these a little bit. Charcoal, sawdust makes gunpowder, and then we go in here, and all that work, we made 3 whole TNT so far. If you get channeling, just log you out of the water, you can just get to your island so much easier. Oh, Riptide. Riptide would be pretty good. And since everything is islands in this world, it would make traveling a lot easier. That is very true, Choff. We're just gonna wait for this charcoal. I just need one more. There you go. Okay. We might as well go use what we have for now. There we go. Let's go blow stuff up, chat. And let's collect these saplings while we're here, too. Apple. Wilson, this is very dangerous work. I need you to back up, dude. Wilson, back up! Oh my gosh. Wilson! Be careful, dude. This Wilson guy, not very bright. Wilson, get out of my way. I don't want to die. Alright, let's try a chain with the last one. Put one here and one here. Run, 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 run. Okay. I can't decide if the TNT was helpful enough to constitute us going to get more. We should let the trees grow first, because we need more sawdust. And we can't really do that if there's no trees. So I guess we'll keep going with what we got. I mean, it was helpful. But I feel like I could have mined that much stone in the time it took us to get the TNT. This Wilson guy is getting on my nerves. I think I'm just going insane with how long I've been on this island. Wilson's the only face I've seen, so I'm projecting all my anger on him. Well, I guess I've seen the villagers. For those of you who don't know, at the end of creating the civilization on this island, I've said that I'm going to add NPCs of as many of my subscribers as possible to this island. So if you guys would like to... Did Fiery Zane hit 500 yet? I have no clue. Probably not, respectfully. But if you guys want to be a part of this island, all you got to do is be subscribed. Why isn't Nightbot promoting? I set up Nightbot so that it would, send out a message about my Ko-Fi. Welp. Nightbot hasn't been working. My viewers tend to have a grudge against Nightbot, so I guess it's okay that it's not working. But this is what I mean about the ugly terrain. Like, why is there just a random path right here? That came out of nowhere. Chat, TikTok's been trying to convince me to watch Power Rangers again. Should I watch Power Rangers? I feel like I'm gonna be really disappointed that it's not as good as I remember. And I want to stay blissfully ignorant to how bad it is. Make me an NPC who is like a cat lady from Yonder. We're definitely gonna spend some time designing the ecosystem of my island once we're done with it. But we have to build houses for everyone first. Maybe some apartment buildings. To make sure we have enough space. Because I want everything to make sense coherently as well. So I can't just have infinite NPCs with nowhere for them to live. So if I want to add as many subscribers as possible... I also need to build as many houses as possible. Ow. That would have hurt if it threw me off. Oops. That was dangy. Wilson, you're getting in my way, bro. Frozen? No, why? Please don't crash. Please don't crash. I think we're good. Good thing it didn't freeze like that when I was standing inside the TNT. Wilson, don't scare me like that. It's always Wilson's fault, chat. This guy did not just sing Let It Go. Alright, I'm gonna spleef Wilson. We're getting somewhere, chat. I might have to unsubscribe to you because of that. You should, cat. I'm kidding, don't. Fairly consistent viewership this stream. I'll end stream around 300 views. I was demotivated at the beginning of the stream. I said I was only going to stream for half an hour, and now it's been an hour and 13 minutes. I have not eaten anything today, and it is now 1 p.m. I woke up, I forgot I was modding for Looney today, so when I woke up, I only had 20 minutes until the session. So I was not prepared. Is it time to sleep yet? Yes, it is. What day do we think we're on, chat? How would I check how many views the stream has? I think I can only see it in my analytics right now. I'm at about 230. We're on day 39. Ooh, excuse me. Alright. Alright, we got rid of all the dirt. Now we can just go down here one by one. Wait, the villager that was on top of the roof, he escaped! Oh shoot. Our pickaxe is gonna break. We've broken 4 pickaxes this stream so far. That is insane. Okay, let's go make new pickaxes. This is such a silly project. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I could have just... It's just this island is so ugly. That's why I'm doing this, chat. This island is so ugly. It's like, I don't want to build here, because it doesn't look nice. But good thing Minecraft is a sandbox. We really need more chests. Bruh. We need a house really bad. Well, I no longer have any iron. I guess I should throw these in the furnace. That should be enough. Okay, when we get back here, we'll have some fresh iron to use. I don't feel like grabbing stone. I don't think we're gonna need to do much course correction today, at least. Oh, there's a chicken. This island is slowly turning into Chicken Island. The next side is going to be much easier, has a lot less land inside the bounds. But this is getting incredibly tiresome. Like, I don't know why you guys are watching this. Maybe I should have spent the time on getting more TNT. Excuse me. Excuse me. This is gonna look really good when it's done, chat. That's what I'm banking on. It needs to, because otherwise I'm gonna be real upset that I wasted so much time. If it doesn't look good, once we mine it down, we're gonna make it look good, chat. This isn't the end. We're not just carving this away and leaving it as is. This is definitely so boring. I'm sorry, chat. Are you gonna add dialogue to the NPCs? I would consider it. I think that would be pretty cool. I think I saw a mod once that adds, like, AI dialogue to NPCs. I think that would be pretty cool. Nice little dirt deposit. We could be using the moss strat. Have you guys heard of the moss strat? We don't actually have moss, so that would make it a little difficult. But basically, you put moss, and then you bone meal it, and then you break it, because moss breaks a lot faster than stone. And then that way you can break it down a lot faster. The hard part would be getting all the bone meal. Just make sure there are boundaries in the AI. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually going to use the AI option, mostly because I don't know how. But that would be really funny if I could just have AI conversations with every NPC subscriber. How's it looking so far? I mean, it's certainly gonna look cleaner. Chat, I think I'm gonna end stream. My stomach is starting to hurt because I haven't eaten today. And also, I got things to do. I was planning on being free by this time, before I forgot that I was modding for Looney. So, I haven't gotten the time to do what I wanted to do today. But I appreciate you guys for enjoying the stream, assuming you did. And if you didn't, let me know, because engagement helps. But if you want to see more, hit that